Hi everyone, John Cottrell here of MBODY Yoga in Salt Lake City. Welcome. This is a power yoga practice. It's a 60-minute power Vinyasa yoga practice. I'm so glad that you're here. So we're going to get our yoga on today. So I've got a class that I've called It's a Revolution. So in yoga, when we twist, sometimes we call them revolving poses. So I've put together a whole variety of twisting postures for you that will just flow together in our practice together. Alrighty? So this will be a lot of fun. So you'll need some props, and I would strongly suggest that you grab some yoga blocks or something that might resemble some yoga blocks. Just because of some of the twisting postures that we'll do, you'll have to place a hand on the floor. And it will feel like it's far away. So sometimes just having something stackable like this, some blocks or some books, just to bring the floor a little bit closer up to you is a great tool. So some yoga blocks. And that's about it that we'll need for our practice today, but you're welcome to use any other props that you like to use. That could be straps or blankets, a pillow, anything like that, okay? And be sure to have a bottle of water just in case you want to take a little break and get a sip of water. Let's go ahead and start. So I invite you to stand near the top of your mat with your feet about hip distance apart and your toes pointing forward here. This is mountain pose. You might even just roll your shoulders a few times just to loosen them up. Even feel free just to give your neck a gentle stretch. You might bring one ear to shoulder and then the other side. And then nodding yes. And shaking head no. And one of the reasons why I like to do this very gentle neck stretch is that because of some of our postures, you're going to be rotating not only your torso in some twists, but also twisting through the neck area as well. All right, so we stand nice and tall in mountain pose. Go ahead and take a few deep breaths in and out. You might breathe in deeply through your nose. You can exhale through your nose or out through your mouth. Do it a few times as you get reacquainted with your breathing. Good. And then you can just settle into slow, steady breaths, just mindful breathing. You can do this with your eyes open. You might be gazing forward or even down at the ground. Or you might want to close your eyes and just take a journey inward, just to get more in tune and connected. Slow, deep breaths. Twisting postures can really help us with a lot of things. If you're just looking for some toning through your torso or to release any tightness in your hips or low back, twisting is good. You can tone your abdominal muscles. It can even help with digestion. Even think of the twisting sensation as a wringing out or healing, cleansing effect for your body. As you're thinking about these things, perhaps thinking about something specific to you and what you're needing out of this practice today. As you breathe in, you just want to feel the breath rising upward to fill up your lungs. And exhale, draw your navel inward towards your spine. Again, as you inhale, just feel nice and tall, well lengthened through your spine as you feel the breath rising to fill up your lungs. As you exhale, you draw belly in just to engage your abdominal muscles. Since we'll be really kind of working this section of the body and some of those twists, that abdominal lock or that exhale feeling, drawing navel to spine, will really help secure our bodies. Go ahead and take 3 more breaths, using these breaths to prepare your body to move. And when you're ready, inhale and extend your arms overhead. A good reach, nice and stretched. Sensation, get very tall. Then exhale, hinge at the hips as you fold forward. Bend your knees quite a bit, and then carefully fold, making your way down towards your toes.
Inhale, slide your hands up to your shins or knees to extend your spine so you're parallel to the floor. And exhale, let's go back down to forward fold. Just pause here for a moment, just so you feel that natural stretch through your hamstrings, even some release in your low back, and even your hips. Feel free to add some movement here, like maybe a little sway of your upper body left and right. Just as you do in stand, you can loosen up your shoulders and your neck. And from here, shifting your weight back towards your heels, bend your knees, feel like you're going to sit down into a chair. Look forward, this should re-extend your spine. Extend your arms out to the side, then stand up tall, straightening your legs. As you're facing forward, go ahead and reach all the way up into the air, finishing the stretch. Then exhale, bring your arms down by your side, mountain pose. Pause for a moment, take a breath. Let's just go through that one more time. That same sequence, getting our bodies in motion, moving with breath. When you're ready, inhale, extend your arms all the way up, that good lengthening through the sides of your body. Exhale, let's fold. Take your time, bend your knees, let the back round as you come down. Inhale, rise up halfway, feel the top of your head lead you forward. Full lengthened spine, exhale, fold it again. Another pause here. Hang heavily forward if it feels okay to you. Deep breaths, some movement, release. And then again, shifting your weight back into your heels, bend your knees, look forward, arms out to the side. Inhale, stand up tall, reach all the way up towards the ceiling. Then exhale, arms back down by your side. There we are, good job. Hold here, come back to stillness, return to breathing in and out deeply. Let's continue with our full sun salutation, starting with series A. When you're ready, inhale, extend your arms all the way up. Exhale, let's fold forward, take your time. You never need to rush as you move through your poses. Inhale, let's rise halfway, or just a good extension of your spine, even at an angle like this. Exhale, bend your knees, round your back, bring your hands to the floor, walk, step, or even hop both feet back to plank pose, a high push-up position, so a nice strong straight line in your body. Breathe in. With this exhale, bend your knees slightly, then send your hips up into the air. I just call this a shortcut to down dog. We're just simplifying our first yoga series here just a little bit. Adjust your feet and hands as you desire, just to help settle you into the pose. Press your hands firmly into the ground. Strong arms, active upper back. Knees are bent here to allow the hips to lift a little higher. Just providing a little bit more length through the torso. Let's take a breath in. As you exhale, walk, step, or hop. Both feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale to extend spine at this angle, or 90 degrees. Exhale, fold. Weights in the heels, bend your knees. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Come all the way up. And we're going to keep the body in motion. As you exhale, just take chair pose when we're ready to series B. So sit back until the weight of your body's in your heels. You feel like your hips are reaching to the back edge of your mat. Then inhale to extend out your arms. Exhale, fold forward. Just moving out of chair pose, down towards your toes. Inhale, rise up halfway or extend your spine. Exhale, bend your knees, hands to the floor, walk, step, or hop both feet back into plank pose. Strong straight line, breathe in. This exhale will bend the elbows. Squeeze them in towards your ribs as you lower your whole body down towards the floor. Chaturanga Dandasana. Pull forward, push down into the mat with the hands to straighten your arms so you can look forward, lifting the chest, looking forward here. Exhale onto your toes, lifting knees, then hips up into the air, downward facing dog. Pause and just settle into this inverted position. Settle in, and then we'll continue with the lunges. Inhale, extend right leg up behind you, reach long behind you. Exhale, let's step right foot to the top of the mat, near right hand. Turn left heel to the floor back there, even put some weight into that foot. Extend your torso out over your thigh, then inhale, rising up, facing forward, reaching both arms up into the air, warrior one. Exhale, folding again, bring your hands down to the ground. Let's step back, plank pose, bend elbows, squeeze them in towards your ribs, coming down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, pushing to the floor with the hands straight, arms look forward, long legs, pointed toes behind you. Exhale onto your toes, lift knees and hips. And here's downward facing dog. Other side. Inhale, extend left leg up, reaching back for your toes. Exhale, step left foot to the top of the mat, landing. Right heel turns to the floor, connecting. Extending torso, straight as can be out over the left thigh. Rising up, facing forward. Reach up into the air, warrior one. And exhale, hinging to fold. Bring hands back down to the ground. And step the left foot back, plank, bend elbows, lower your way down. Complete your sequence, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Get your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's hold here. And take a seat. You can hop forward, cross your legs and take a seat, or just kneel down. Take a seat in the center of your mat and go ahead and lie down onto your back. You're going to lie down with your knees bent, feet flat on the ground. Take a few breaths here just to settle in. Feel the ground underneath you. This can be a little bit of a relaxation moment. And then we'll re-engage the body. We'll do that with breath. So inhale, fill up your lungs. Exhale, empty your belly, draw navel down towards spine in this case, feel the low back press into the floor, and then peel away from the floor, lifting hips up into the air. Adjust your feet if you need to. I like to take my feet a little wider. It just gives me a little bit more space in my low back and hips. So just feel what's best for you as far as your foot placement. Just want to be sure your knee is stacked over ankle bone, straight lines in the shin and calf area. With the upper body, you might rock upper body left and right a little bit. Get your arms and shoulders underneath you. You can even bend your arms at 90 degrees. Press down into the floor with the triceps and elbows to help you lift and hold. Feel the whole body engage. If you can, just a little bit more engagement, squeezing shoulder blades together underneath you here. 2 more breaths. After the second breath, just wiggle your toes forward slightly. Extend your arms up into the air. That should get your shoulders out from underneath you. Let's come down slowly, make the landing. Let's extend the legs out front. Reach the arms out behind you just to fully extend the body. Then bring knees to chest. We're going to do our first twist here, right here on the floor. Just a quick spinal twist. Let's start by taking the knees over to the left side as you extend right arm to right side. So our first twist of the day. Like I said, we've got a lot of twists that we're going to add into this practice. So this is just the initial one. We're not going to be here too long. How about 2 more breaths on this first side? Just notice what's happening in your low back and your hips. And when you're ready, come back to center. Pause in center so everything realigns. Maybe just a breath right here. And then when you're ready, take the knees over to the right side of the room and extend your left arm off to the left. Hold here. About 5 breaths should do it. Set. Let's just go ahead and come back up to center for that realignment. Then start to slowly rock forward and back. Return to the awareness of breath. With a good exhale for energy, rock your way up to seated so we can come to boat pose. So you might even lift the feet here. Shins can be parallel to the floor. You can flex the feet, just keep the legs strong and energized, holding on to the bent knees to just help extend spine so you feel very tall in the seat. Of course, you're kind of leaning back a little bit and getting that angled upper body as straight as can be. Okay, let's move. We're going to breathe in. Exhale, cross legs, hands in front, hopper step back, plank pose, strong straight line. Let's take a shortcut to down dog. So just bend your knees a little, send your hips into the air. Actual lunging sequence. We'll add a few things here. Let's inhale, extend right leg up. Let's open this up. Bend your right knee, bring your heel down towards your backside, lifting the knee up towards the ceiling. It puts a slight twist in the spine. And if you start to kind of step over a little bit more, it creates a little bit more of a rotation. Breathe in, listen carefully. We're going to exhale, bring the right knee underneath you towards your left elbow. I call this a core twist. So right knee pointing or even touching left elbow. And then take it straight up and back behind you to downward facing dog, right leg extended into the air. Now step through, right foot to the top of the mat. Left heel plants into the floor, find the balance. Extended torso over thigh. Inhale, rising, warrior one. And exhale, open to warrior two. Let's hold here for a moment. You might even take the feet out a little wider, lunge a little deeper, at least that's what I like to do. Just to get a little bit more stretch in the right inner thigh there. Nice energy out through your arms. Let's take this to side angle. So you're gonna reach out, rotate the arms. Right hand comes down, left hand reaches into the air. Nice extension of the arms, opening up. Here we are, let's keep this moving. Breathe in, exhale, carefully turn towards the floor, bend, bring hands to the ground. Let's step back into plank, strong straight line. Shortcut to down dog, bend your knees, lifting your hips. Let's do the same for the other side. Inhale, extend left leg up, straight as can be at first, and then bend the knee, bring the heel down towards your backside, hold it there, you can flex the foot, lifting the knee up towards the ceiling. Actually, it's going to point towards the left side of the room, but feel like it's lifting up towards the ceiling to create that mild rotation in the spine. And the left foot, feel as if you're going to step over yourself towards the right side of the room. So you get a little bit more of a rotation in the spine. Breathe in, then the exhale, core twist, left knee underneath you towards right elbow, like this. You can touch it or just point towards it. Then back to down dog, re-extending left leg up into the air. Then exhale, left foot to the top of the mat, right heel plants into the ground, solid. Extended spine over the leg. Inhale, rising up, warrior one. And our exhale to warrior two. Holding for a moment, help settle into the pose. We'll take our side angle, reaching out. Angled upper body, rotate the arms, reaching down with the left, right hand reaching up. This is one of those poses where you have the option really to look up past this right hand. That's what I was talking about in the neck movements here. But you can even keep the neck neutral and just look straight ahead towards the right side of the room. But you can even relax it a little bit and look down at the ground. Let's breathe in. Exhale, turns, bring hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose. Hold for a moment. This time, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're gonna go right into another lunge sequence. Inhale, extend right leg straight up and back. Keep it straight. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. We're going to high lunge, which means left heel stays lifted. All 10 toes are pointing forward. Nice extended spine and torso out over right thigh. And then hinge from hips, rising up. Reach up as you inhale. Exhale, lunge a little lower. Let's hold here for a moment. This takes a little balance since we're on our toes back there. To help stabilize, squeeze the inner thighs towards each other or towards the midline as you draw your belly in. Keeping arms up into the air. We're going to keep reaching and lifting ourselves until both legs are as straight as can be. And then pivot or turn left heel to the floor. You'll turn sideways as well and bring arms down to parallel. Like this. We're going to triangle pose. So reach out over the right leg. And then angle the body. Right hand comes down and left hand comes up. Again, you can turn your head or gaze upward. That same bit of a neck stretch. All right, we're going to add on to this. With a little core strength here, we're going to come back up. What I call a kind of a prep for triangle. And then we're just going to simply turn the right foot so it's facing directly forward. And I call this a star shape. So all 10 toes pointing directly forward, arms out to the side. We're going to take a forward fold here. So inhale, reach out. Feel like you're getting much taller. As you exhale, pull belly in, and then bend your knees, and then fold. So you can safely fold. And bring hands or fingertips down to the ground. We're going to inhale, re-extend spine, lift up to fingertips. Now, this is where if you don't want to touch the floor or you can't quite reach the floor with straight legs, I'm just breaking pose here a little bit so I can go get a block. Okay, you can even stack it up higher, something like this. If you need a little bit more height, okay, bring the floor closer to you. Go ahead and use one of those props if you'd like to. Keep a little softness in the knees. I just noticed I kind of locked my knees, but a little bit more safe for the knee joints if you put a little bend in the knees. Okay, we're gonna add a twist here. We're keeping the spine as straight as possible. Okay, I'm facing you, so the crown of my head is going towards you. I'm gonna keep left hand on the floor or block, extend right hand out to the right side, okay, towards the kind of the right leg that we've been working with initially. Inhale to get a little longer through the torso and extended arm. Exhale, rotate your heart towards right foot, while the right hand kind of swings up towards ceiling a little bit. So you might be something like this, at least I am. Okay. So here's that twist. Let's breathe in. Exhale, we're going to carefully unwind, come back down. I'm going to walk hands over towards right foot as right foot turns forward. So we're kind of in this lunge and rise up to a warrior one. Reaching here, inhale, and exhale, fold. Just bring the hands back down to the floor in front, step back, plank pose. Go ahead and come down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. And we're going to do the other side. Same sequence here. When you're ready, inhale, extend left leg up, reaching long, straight line. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat, we're going to high lunge. So right heel stays lifted, even shift the weight back a bit so there's less weight in the hands. Extended torso. Inhale, rise up, high lunge, arms up towards the sky, and then lunge deeply. Hug to center line. Imagine that you're holding something between the knees so the legs engage, squeezing to center. Pull belly in, reaching up. Okay, then as you reach up, lift yourself up until the legs are as straight as can be. Pivot right heel to the floor, turning sideways, arms come down to parallel. So we're prepped for triangle, so let's go ahead and take triangle. Reach out over left leg, rotate arms, left hand down, right hand up. Now you can certainly go lower. This is good for my body, but you can certainly go lower. Nice opening here. And just a little teaser, we will be revolving or twisting this pose. Not quite yet, but that is coming up. All right, one more breath in and out. Using a little core strength and some leg and hip strength here too. We're just coming back up to our triangle prep. Turn left foot forward so all 10 toes are facing the same direction for our star shape. I just nickname it that. We're going to fold. Inhale, reach out, get tall. Exhale, pull belly in, bend knees, and fold. All right, block is right there hopefully, or a couple of blocks. Go all the way down to the fold. Then we're going to rise up to fingertips, extending spine. Exhale, hold here. Be sure to keep the softness in the knees, long torso, core engagement. Hold for a couple breaths. You might even feel a stretch through the legs. This is really nice for the legs. And we're going to add that twist. So this time your right hand will stay on the floor or block. I'm going to lift my block up a little higher. Extend left arm out to the left side since we're working the left side. Inhale, more length through the torso and left arm. Exhale, rotate your torso towards the left side of the room, or towards the left foot. It's pretty much towards the front of the room, okay, but towards left foot. Noticing what's happening in the body, what parts are being affected here. In this wide-legged forward fold with a twist. We'll breathe in, exhale, unwind carefully, bringing hands back down to the floor or blocks. You're going to walk your hands over towards left foot, turning the toes so they're facing forward. Torso extends over left thigh. Right foot stays planted on the floor. We're just going to rise to warrior one. Rising up, reaching up. Exhale, fold. Hands to the floor. Let's step back. Plank pose. Finish it. Coming down. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's hold here for a couple of breaths. We make our way up to the top of the mat. So take a nice full breath in. Exhale, walk, step, or hop. Both feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale, extending, lengthening through the torso. Exhale, fold. Weights in the heels, bend your knees. Inhale, reverse your swan dive, come up to standing. Reach up towards the sky. Exhale, arms down by your side. Excellent. All right, so we've introduced some more twists. Let's add some more, okay? So kind of a basic one, a chair pose with a twist, okay? So again, just make your way to mountain pose. Shake out those shoulders. Take a breath. I'm gonna turn sideways for this. Here we go. We're gonna inhale, extend arms up into the air. Exhale, take chair pose, and as you're taking your seat, bring hands to heart center. Once you're in your seat, I'm gonna go about this low. You can certainly go lower. I'm gonna stay here. Once you're in chair, breathe in, lengthening through your torso. Exhale, draw belly in and rotate towards your right side, like this. Weight is in the heels, so you can easily tap your toes. Weight is also in the hips, feeling like they're reaching back to the back corner or back edges of your mat. Inhale right here. Exhale, unwind. Place hands on thighs. Just give yourself a little push so you can stand up nice and tall. Go ahead and take both arms up into the air. And once again, arms back down by your side. Shake out those shoulders if you like. Okay? So just a chair pose with a twist, keeping it simple. Let's do the same thing other side. Inhale, reaching into the air. Exhale, take chair pose as you're taking your seat. Bring hands to heart center. Go deeply or pause midway. Inhale, more extension through spine. Exhale, pull belly button up towards spine and then twist to your left. It doesn't have to be too significant of a twist, meaning you don't have to twist too far. A simple rotation does the trick. Conditions the sides of the body. As mentioned, it can help condition your core muscles, helps with digestion, some back and hip release. Let's inhale. Exhale, unwind. Again, place hands on thighs. Give yourself a push to stand up tall. Reach up into the air to finish that full line. Exhale, arms return down by your side. Excellent. All right. Let's get ready for our next sequence. We're going to add some more dynamics. We're going to leave those blocks again. Again, a way to bring the floor a little bit closer to you. So I'm going to go ahead and place the blocks up near the top of the mat. I've got 2. If you've got 3 or 4, perfect. Let me adjust my mat and then we'll get going. Okay, so mountain pose. Follow me. Inhale, let's reach up into the air. Exhale, take your chair pose. As you take your seat, bring hands to heart center. Inhale, more extension through spine. Exhale, twist to your right. Once again, twist to your right. Hold. Feel like as you take your next exhale, feel like you're taking a wet towel and wringing it out. Inhale right here. We'll exhale to unwind and finish the fold. Come down. Inhale, extending spine. Exhale, fold, hands to the floor, step back, plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, extend right leg up into the air, bend and twist. Twist a little bit more. Now you can stay like this, but if you're able, flip the dog. Right foot comes down, flip the body around so you're facing the ceiling. Plant the feet into the floor. The legs might be wide here, that's fine. And reach up into the air with the right hand. This is called wild thing. And you basically have twisted your torso. Inhale. And exhale and flip back over, right hand down, right leg up. Bend the right knee, bring right knee underneath you towards left elbow. Core twist. Right leg back up into the sky. Down dog. Right foot to the top of the mat, warrior 1. Plant that back heel, then rise. Exhale, open, warrior 2. Side angle, reaching out. Rotate the arms here. Right hand down, left hand up.
We're going to breathe in and exhale, turn.
Hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose, hold. Take a shortcut to down dog. Bend your knees, lift your hips up into the air. All right. Inhale, extend right leg up again. Right leg, same leg. Right foot to the top of the mat, high lunge.
Good. Rise up to straighten both legs. Pivot left heel to the floor, bring arms down to parallel. Reach out over right leg, triangle pose. We're going to come back up to our prepped triangle pose. Turn right foot forward. Star shape. Inhale, get long and tall. Exhale, pull belly and bend knees and fold.
Go all the way down. Inhale, rise up just halfway, extending spine, flat back. Stay here. Bring that block in if you need to. Left hand stays on the ground. Right arm extends out to the right side. Inhale. Exhale, rotate to your right. Twist. Breathing in. Exhale, unwinding. Hands back down. Walk both hands over towards right foot. Toes pointing forward. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you. Stay here in this runner's lunge. See those blocks? We're going to give ourselves a little push so we can actually balance on right foot. Left leg in the air. And just to give yourself a little bit more of a lift, place your hands on the blocks. Now, keep the blocks over on left side. Place left hand or fingertips on those stacked blocks. Extend right arm off to right side. Okay, we're going for a twist. Breathe in. Exhale, twist to the right. Now the challenge here is trying to keep the left leg in the air. Just concentrate on, just keep lifting the left leg up because it wants to fall a little bit. You're balanced on right foot, but you've got a nice steady stack of blocks, hopefully, for the left hand. Let's unwind it. Bend the left knee, bring it in. Step the left foot down next to the other. Forward fold. Weights in the heels, bend your knees. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Come all the way up. Reach high. Exhale, chair pose. We're going right away to the other side. Hands to heart center. Inhale, extending. Exhale, twist to your left. Good job. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind and fold. Monkey pose. We're in extended spine. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose. Come on down, chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Here, we're extending left leg up into the air. Bend, twist, open. Okay, just a little bit more of a rotation, sending the foot over towards the right side of the room. You get more rotation through the torso. Or flip all the way over, flipping the dog, coming to wild thing. Feet are planted into the floor. Push into the floor with the feet and hand, right hand, as the left hand reaches up into the air. Wild thing. We're going to breathe in. Exhale, flip it back over. Left hand down, left leg up into the air. Keep the knee bent. Left knee underneath you towards right elbow. And then back up into the sky. Straight line, down dog. Left foot to the top of the mat, warrior one. Plant the heel. Torso's long. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, opening warrior two. Side angle. We're breathing in. Exhale, turn. Oh, let's go back. We're gonna rise up so we can move into triangle pose.
We're going to return up to our prep triangle. Let's turn left foot forward, star shape. Inhale, reach. Exhale, soft knees, fold.
Bend, bring hands down to the mat, all the way down. Inhale, rise to extend spine. Right hand stays planted on the floor, extend left arm off to the side. Inhale, and exhale, revolve, twist. Let's breathe in. Exhale, unwind, folding. Soften the knees more, so we'll walk both hands over towards left foot. Turn towards the front of the room. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you. Stay in the lunge. Push forward. So we're going to rise up to balance on left foot. Left leg extends out back. We're moving the blocks over to the right side. Bring your right hand up onto the stacked blocks. Higher if you need to. Extend left arm off to the left side. Breathe in. Exhale, open as best as you can. We're basically in a revolving half moon pose. Opening up. Maybe flexing the foot here, kicking it up into the air. We're breathing in. Exhale, unwind. Left hand to the floor. Let's bend the right knee, bring it in towards chest, round it back. Foot to the floor. Forward fold. Weights in the heels, bend your knees. Inhale, reverse your swan dive.
Come all the way up, reach into the sky. Exhale, arms down by your side. Well done. So that was a big chunk, actually, of the full sequence that we're going to be doing. But we're going to dial it back a little bit because there's another component that we need to add. All right, let's come back to mountain pose. Take a few breaths. Feel free to get some water if you need it. Here we go. Inhale, reach into the sky. Exhale, just go ahead and swan dive forward.
Inhale, monkey. Exhale, hands to the floor. Let's step back, plank pose. Let's stay in plank. Inhale. Exhale, shortcut to down dog. Just bend your knees, lift your hips into the sky. Inhale, extend right leg up behind you. Reach nice and long. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. We're going to high lunge. Left heel stays lifted. Shift the weight back so you're balanced. Torso is long.
Rise up, high lunge. Hold. Hug to center line for good balance and stability. Rise up, nice and tall, straighten the legs. Pivot left heel to the floor, prep for triangle. Let's go ahead and take our triangle right here, reach out, rotate the arms. All right, we're adding one more rotation, and it's our revolving triangle. So we're going to start to turn. I like to lift so I have a little bit more space in the waistline. Turning, so I can bring left hand down to the floor. Actually, I'm going to break pose, go get my blocks, bring them in next to right foot. So I can plant the hand here on the block so I can keep this right leg straight. Torso's long, straight out in front. Right arm off to right side. There we are. Revolving triangle pose. Here's what we're going to do. Stay in the revolving triangle. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you. Basically, a little swivel of the foot so the heel is lifted. So everything, all 10 toes at least, are facing forward. Look down at the floor. You're still in a twist, but look down at the floor. Bend the right knee. Shift your weight forward, or even moving the blocks here forward. So you can push and launch right up into the revolving half moon. Unwind. Right hand down to the floor. Bend the left knee, bring it in towards body, bring the foot down next to the other, forward fold. Inhale, monkey pose. We're going to keep it flowing. Exhale, bend, hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose. Draw that straight line. Hold here for a second. Shortcut to down dog. Bend your knees, lift hips up into the air. Inhale, extend left leg up, straight line. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat, high lunge. My body weight came forward. Be sure to shift the body weight back so you're a little bit more grounded. Long torso, then hinge your way up. Reach high, lunge low, hold. Bending the knees at first. And then we're going to lift. Straightening the legs, pivot right heel to the floor, turn sideways, arms down to parallel. Prep for triangle. Take triangle. We're going to revolve our triangle. So I like to lift a little bit, give me more space in the waistline and back, so I can turn, bring right hand down to the floor. Again, I'm breaking pose, because I'm going to go get those blocks. Stacking the blocks so I can re-extend the left leg here while the right hand is on the floor, or even raise block, something like this. It can even be a seat of a chair. Left arm extends out to the left side, revolving. Now that back heel is planted on the ground as best as you can. Now this could certainly be lower. I'm going to lower myself just a little bit, where your torso is a little bit more parallel to the floor. Stay in the twist. Swivel on the toes. Get up onto the toes so the heel is lifted. All 10 toes facing forward. Bend the left knee, or look down at the floor. Bend the left knee. I'm going to move my blocks forward. Push from that back leg. Launch yourself up to revolving half moon. Good job. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind. Left hand to the floor. Bend the right knee, bring it in towards chest. Set the foot down. Bend the knees, weights in the heels. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Come up tall. Reach into the sky. Exhale, arms down by your side. Very nicely done. Okay. Take some deep breaths. Circle those shoulders. A little stretch in the head and neck. Grab some water. All right, now we need to put the whole sequence together, all righty? So you can see and feel that there's a lot of twists going on. Just do your very best. I'm just adjusting my mat. I think I'll keep my blocks here at the top of the mat. You can also have them on the sides of the mat here, because we will be turning sideways, doing that forward fold with the wide legs and rotation, okay? So if you've got another set of blocks, you can have them by your side if you want, plus the set up front. I'm going to keep mine up front. Okay, mountain pose. You're all ready? Take a couple breaths. Just get tuned in. Connect. Here we go. Inhale, reach into the air. Both arms. Exhale, take chair pose. As you take your seat, bring hands to heart center. Breathe in, lengthen spine. Exhale, twist to your right. Hold. Bring it out. First twist. Breathing in. Exhale, unwind, forward fold. Inhale, monkey pose. Exhale, hands to the floor, hopper step back plank. Ready, come down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, extend right leg up. Bend and twist. You can stay just like this or flip all the way over to wild thing. Reach, creating a twisted back bend. Exhale, flip it back over. Right hand down, right leg up into the air. Right foot to the top of the mat, warrior one. Rising here. Exhale, opening warrior two. Good. Straighten right leg. Turn right foot forward, star shape. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. All the way down. Soften the knees. Inhale, extending spine. Hold here as you exhale. Extend right hand to right side or right towards right leg. And then revolve that direction. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind it. Hands to the floor. Walk hands over towards right foot. Turn toes that direction. Rise up on the tiptoes behind you. High lunge. As we get tall here, get even taller, straightening the legs. Pivot, open, triangle prep. Take triangle. Right there. Ready to revolve triangle. Breathe in first. Exhale, turn. Left hand will come down to the floor or stack blocks. Extending torso forward, then right arm off to the right side. This should give you enough space, because we do need space in the spine to revolve. Stay in the twist. Swivel the back foot onto the heel, or sorry, onto the toes, heel lifted. Bend the right knee, launch yourself forward and up into the revolving half moon. So left leg is lifted. You're twisting
to the right side of the room. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind. Bend the left knee, bring it in towards chest, round the back, foot to the floor. Settle, weights in the heels. Inhale, reverse the swan dive. We're going right away to the other side. Reach up into the air. Exhale, chair pose. Bring hands to heart center. Let's breathe in. Exhale, twist to the left. Bring it out. Breathing in. Exhale, unwind and fold. Re-extend spine. Inhale as you do so. Exhale, bend the knees more. Bring the hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose. Come on down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. That's our back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the left side now. So inhale, extend left leg up. Bend and twist. Stay here, or flip the dog if you have room. Wild thing. Breathe in. Exhale, flip it back over. Left knee underneath you towards right elbow, core twist. Left leg back up into the air, straight line. Left foot to the top of the mat, warrior one. Plant that right heel, find your center. Then rise. First warrior. Exhale, opening warrior two. Straighten the left leg. Pivot, or swivel the left foot so the toes are facing all the same direction. Star shape, breathe in. Exhale, belly in, soften the knees, then fold. All the way down. Inhale to re-extend spine. Use the blocks if you need to. Exhale to hold here. Keep right hand planted on the ground as you extend left arm out to the left side. The next exhale, twist. Let's breathe in. Exhale, left hand comes down. Soften the knees. Walk your hands over towards left foot. Toes pointing forward, rise up on the tiptoes behind you. High lunge, find your center, then rise. Reach high lunge low. Then lift to extend the legs. Pivot right heel to the floor, turn sideways, prep for triangle. Take triangle. Nice openings here. Inhale, ready to revolve the triangle. Exhale, rotate. Hand comes down to the floor or block. Of course, I'm using a block here. Torso extended forward, left arm off to the side and follow it that direction. We're going to swivel onto the toes back there. Heel is lifted. Stay in the twist. Bend the left knee. Look forward or down. Step that block forward so you can launch yourself up to balance on left foot, right leg lifting, revolving half moon. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind. Bend the right knee, bring it in towards chest. Foot to the ground. Forward fold. Hold here. Monkey pose, or extended spine. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back or hop back. Plank, come down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. That is our sequence. Hold here for a moment. Feel the re-extended spine. We're going to the floor to cool down. You can kneel down to take a seat or hop forward, crossing your legs, taking your seat. And then go ahead and roll down onto your back. Go ahead and hug knees to chest. Hold here that same kind of relaxing feeling as you lie on your back. As you hug your knees in, you can just hold in stillness or provide some circles here. I like to create a circle clockwise and then counterclockwise, just to kind of massage the back and hips. And even the feet here, since the feet are free, just a little rotation here in the feet. Just think about all the balancing you just did, all the just turns and pivots. Just a little release for the ankles. Let's take a hip opener, maybe happy baby pose. Taking the legs wide and then feet up towards the ceiling, holding on to the soles of the feet with the hands, bent knees, and just settle into happy baby pose. Ananda Balasana, blissful child. You can even add some movement here, gentle rocking sensation. You feel like like a nice massage to your back. About 4 more breaths here. Take your time. Another hip opener here in a moment. After the 4th breath, just bring the soles of the feet together and then set the feet onto the ground. The knees just kind of fall open naturally. Here we are in our reclining bound angle pose, or reclining cobbler's pose, a little bit more relaxed. Just go ahead and take advantage of this relaxation space as the inner thighs get a gentle release. Breaths here. You're going to bring the knees up and together. You step the feet apart just a little bit and just relax here on your back, knees bent, feet flat on the ground. Now, when we were first here a while ago, we did a twist. We just brought the knees to one side, then the other. We're going to do a similar thing. I'm just going to call it a windshield wiper. It's going to create just a slightly different effect in the low back. So here we do want to take the feet kind of wide. Maybe your feet are just along the edges of your yoga mat. You're going to slowly take both knees, let them point over towards left side of the room. Let them drop carefully, gently. Now the right leg is creating this inner spiral, or inner rotation. So that's the sign you're going to probably feel the most. Okay? So just be aware of how that feels. If the knee feels fine here, stay just like this. I'm going to give some variations. Now if the knee feels a little awkward in this kind of rotated in feeling, you may want to tuck like a pillow or a blanket or a block underneath it so it's supported. If it doesn't feel aggravated there at all, you can add this. Take the left foot, place it on top of that right knee, and gently press down. It'll just create more of a rotation in this right side. And even more feeling if you extend your right arm behind you. Kind of get this lengthening effect. So this is where I am at the moment. You don't have to place the foot on top of the knee, because it does give a little bit more sensation to this. It's just kind of a graduated, I would say a graduated twist from the regular spinal twist. Take 2 more breaths here. We'll gently come out of the pose. And you bring this right arm back down by your side. Release the foot. Come back up to center. Let's pause in center so everything can realign. Again, that's a pretty significant twist. So we want to bring everything back to alignment, especially through the joints, okay, the knees and the low back area. And then when you're ready, slowly take it to the other side. So knees are dropping over to the right side. This is going to affect more of the left side. So now the left leg is getting that inner rotation. Feel what's happening in the left side, the low back area. If this is fine, stay here. Support the left knee with a block or pillow. Or if you want to go a little deeper, take your right foot and place it on top of the left knee to draw it down a little deeper. And then you can even extend the left arm back behind you, reach it behind your head. That's another option. Now if this doesn't feel quite right, you can always just do the regular spinal twist. Knees to the right, stacked on top of each other, rather than next to each other, where your left arm extends to the left side of the room. Let's take 3 more breaths. hands. Go ahead and bring the left arm back down by your side. Release the right foot from the left knee. Bring knees back up to center, slowly and carefully. Realign yourself. Take a few deep breaths. That's a lot of sensation. Let's hug the knees in towards body one more time. You can kind of roll up into a little ball. Inhale here. As you exhale, release the knees, extend legs out onto the floor in front of you, and arms down by your side. Once you're here, take another full breath in, fill yourself up. Exhale completely. Feel your body just melt down into the ground. Settle in. As you find yourself here in Shavasana, knowing that you've made it to the end of your practice, just take note. Notice how you're feeling. Also be aware if you need more support in your body in this pose. If you need a blanket underneath you, underneath your whole body or just your head, maybe you want to roll up a towel or a blanket underneath bent knees. Please feel free to do that so you can get the most comfort out of this posture so you can completely relax. This is the time really for meditation. Our moving practice is about releasing obstacles and distractions that bind us and hold us. Especially in a twisting practice, it's a great way to release and let go of many of those distractions so that you are then capable of a nice long duration of meditation. We won't be holding here extremely long, but just enough to feel a relaxed body and mind. If you feel the need to stay here longer, please do so, even as I end the practice. Space within you. Making space for all those good intentions that you need or want for yourself. When it is time to move, go ahead and take 5 slow, deep breaths. Starting to breathe, you can feel gentle movement begin to return to your body. Take your time, certainly no rush, and of course it's still okay to stay exactly where you are in complete stillness. And sometime after your 5th breath, again take your time, roll onto either side of your body. Come to a nurturing pose, just lying on your side, and resemble a fetal position. And then still moving in slow motion, use a new breath and your hands to press and lift yourself up to seated. Sit with your legs crossed. Nicely extend spine, sitting up tall. Shoulders and arms relaxed down by your side, with your hands just resting on your knees or lap. Find your breath. And one more movement together. Let's inhale, extend both arms up into the air. And exhale, bring your palms together and down to your heart. Find stillness and take one more breath in and out. And as
as we come to the close of our practice together, we bow saying Namaste.